Oh, hi there, OUAT fans. Looking to make a sheriff badge? Well, you came to the right place. Okay, I'm just kidding. I won't talk like that because that's very annoying. So, this is the tutorial for the Storybrook Sheriff's Badge. It was super simple, so after you watch this, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I totally could have done that on my own, which you will when you finish watching this. This is the cardstock foam board that you can buy at the dollar store. I basically traced out the Star of David, and the little wooden circle in the center, I traced around that, then hollowed out where it would sit. This is so it sits flush with the foam board. Then once that's all cut out and all set, you're going to glue on that wooden circle. Let that dry overnight, and you will be all set to put on the little thumbtacks. You're going to put these on the corners, glue them in. Watch they do poke through to the other side, so you will have to cut them off with wire cutters. But once it's all dry, you can start the painting. This is gold metallic Martha Stewart paint. I did buy it at Michael's. You can also get it at Walmart, I do believe. And it's a little bit cheaper there. But Michael's, you always have a coupon, right? So that's why you go there. The actual badge itself has some braiding detailing around the outside. Now, nobody's got time to go and like full on press metal or make molds to do this. So this is like the lazy crafter, I just want the badge way to get out of it. I used the gold and a little bit of black mixed together and just kind of put the outer circle and then the inner circle. This black that I'm putting on these lines right now are just to give it like the kind of braided look. But what I'm going to do actually is go over it a little bit in gold, like smudge out the black so it doesn't look so much like a wagon wheel like it does right now. So once you actually smudge it out a little bit more with gold, it looks more natural and not so prominent like it is right now. Next up, I painted in the inside a little bit of yellow. It looks in the picture like it is painted yellow. I kind of started doing it like little by little, layer by layer, just to make sure it was the right kind of consistency and texture that I wanted. I didn't want it to be too noticeable, so I just kind of slowly added more and more and pushed it into the gold. I painted it when the gold was still a little bit wet, so it blended in a little nicer as well. The actual logo that I'm going to paint in the middle, I just looked online and then found something to go off of. The nice thing about these kind of things, if you're not really good at freehanding, just give it a try, and then if you mess it up, you can always paint over it and try again, or fix corners or whatever the case may be. But just give it a go. It's much easier just to freehand it on than it would be to attempt to like draw it on after the yellow paint dried. Plus you're saving yourself like a day's worth of drawing time. When you're doing the sheriff's department actual wording, at first I was going to do it with a paint pen because I've recently learned that it's much easier, but in this case I have better control sometimes when I use a paintbrush. So either way, I'm sure you could even get away with a Sharpie if you really wanted. But when you're putting on the letters, try to like center out the middle of the word. So like for instance, in this case, I centered the R above the tree because I knew that's where the middle of the word was, the R and the I. And the same thing at the bottom with department. Then you don't have the problem of starting over too far and then all of a sudden it doesn't match up or doesn't go around the right way or it's not even. This is just a very easy, very small trick that most people know, but if you don't, then you learned something new. So there it is, looking all snazzy. So good luck.
Hello, hello, hello. Got some weird hellos going on. Okay, so today I have finished the sheriff's one, or the sheriff badge from Storybrooke. I should know where it's called, or what the city's called. So as you might know, I live in Canada, which I live in Vancouver, and in the city of Vancouver is the city of Steveston. Well, Steveston's in Richmond, but still. It's about half an hour away from where I live. So they film like next door to basically in my backyard. So it's kind of cool that I can, you know, kind of take off and go and see. Even though I haven't really done it, maybe I'll go and take my camera one day, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But this craft itself was actually recommended or asked or requested by KDPL or KDPI, maybe a capital L, I don't know what that is, and Jennifer Erico, and a couple other people actually had kind of spoken onto a thread about wanting to see this. And I'm actually really glad I did it because it was super easy, and now you can kind of see how easy it is. What are you doing? You snoring? I got Daenerys sitting right here. This is the cat that is in all the videos. Her name is Daenerys. As you can tell why, because she looks like the mother of dragons. And we actually, we named her Daenerys before Game of Thrones became popular, so we take credit on that because she's the cutest little mother dragon. But anyway, she's got a snort today, maybe a cold. But back to the badge. I originally had printed off online just the Star of David kind of shaped it a little bit more how I wanted it, put it onto the cardstock, traced it out, and then as you can see in the video, this is just that center wood piece. I traced around it, cut a little bit of an indent for it. If I had any suggestions about what I would do different, I'd maybe suggest to spray paint it with gold paint because the cardstock paper is very foamy, like this foam board. It's quite chunky, and when I painted over it wasn't really going through, and I don't want to sit and do 1,000 coats, so if you had spray paint that would work better. But other than that, that's basically what it turned out like. I think it looks kind of neat. I mean, if you're cosplaying or something like that, it's an easy way to do it. It cost me next to nothing. I had all the materials at home. I didn't have to buy really anything for it except for the wood pieces, but I used the other wood for my sting sword, so if it came in a pack, I think of 6 or something. But anyway, that's what it looks like. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope it makes your life a little bit easier so you can be sweet Emma Swan. Put on there. Okay, well, goodbye. And don't forget to subscribe if you like the video. I'm hopefully going to be doing Regina heart soon, or just the heart that gets pulled out of her victims, or a victim by whoever is doing the witchcraft. But anyway, have a good day. Hope this helped, and we'll see you again soon. Goodbye.